Hi guys, welcome back to Easy Pro. In this tutorial, we will discuss text manipulation in CorelDRAW and we will apply some of the knowledge in the previous tutorials to understand this concept. Earlier in the series, we looked at the text tool and some text properties. So this tutorial is a development on text in CorelDRAW. Make sure to stay tuned to the end of this video to explore more text manipulation ideas. Without further delay, let's get started. We start with copy, paste, cut, duplicate and clone text. The same rule applies for objects and text, so I strongly recommend that you watch my previous tutorial on how to perform these operations on objects. So we select our text tool and type a text. We can also copy fill, outline, or all properties of one text to another. Now, when we copy all the properties, we notice that the text will have the same font, size, color, and outline as that of the target text. So if we were to change this particular font, and copy all the properties, you would observe that all the properties of the target text are emulated by the reference text. We move on to repeat, and I strongly recommend that you also watch the previous tutorial on how to perform this operation on objects. We move on to text alignment. Make sure to check out the previous tutorial on how to align objects in CorelDRAW. We can now proceed to our standard alignment techniques. So guys, there's one alignment technique I didn't mention during object alignment. So let's select the text, then go to object, align and distribute, then select center to page. And this places the object or text precisely at the center of the page. Or you can simply press P on your keyboard to perform this action. We move on to weld, trim, intersect and simplification of text. Make sure to also check out the previous tutorial on objects in the video description. So let's start by copying and pasting this text. Then go to Object, shaping, then select Weld. When we weld two or more texts together, we have a single curve object with the same fill and outline. Now we can also weld object and text together. So let's select the rectangle tool and draw a rectangle. So while holding on to the Shift key on your keyboard, you select the text, then click on Weld. When we weld an object and a text together, we have a single curve object, as you can tell by the blue note. We move on to trim. This effect can also be applied to an object and a text. We proceed with intersect. This operation can also be carried out between a text and an object. Lastly, we look at simplify. Next, let's discuss combine and break apart of text. Make sure to also check out the previous tutorial on that of objects. When we combine two texts together, we have a single text object rather than a single curve object. And even if we were to change the typeface of the text and combine them together, we will still get a single text object. Now, to break the text objects apart, select the text. And this separates the text object into individual characters or words. So the text object was separated into individual words. And if we were to perform the break apart operation again, it will separate the words into individual characters. Let's now explore more text manipulation ideas. You can change the feel of individual words within a text without breaking them apart. To do this, simply select the text tool, click on the text, then highlight the portion of the text that you would like to change its feel. Then select a color in the color palette. You can also change the font of individual words by following the same procedure. You can also adjust the font size and give the character or word unique properties without breaking the text apart. Let's look at another simple text manipulation trick. We have 31st and we would like to take the ST to a superscript position. The conventional way of doing this is by first breaking the text apart into characters. Then you combine 3 and 1 together. Do the same to ST. Then you scale ST and take it to the superscript position. A faster and more effective way to perform this action is by using the shape tool. So let's select the shape tool. Then click on the text. Now you would notice tiny nodes at the bottom of each text. Each text has its own individual nodes. So this node corresponds to 3, 1, S, and T. Now to take the ST to the superscript position, you simply click and drag to highlight the nodes. Then come up here and select superscript. Now the shape tool can also be used to perform other text manipulations. So if I select the shape tool, then click on the text, we can increase or decrease the horizontal distance between text by coming to the edge and dragging inwards or outwards to adjust the spacing. So guys, that's all for today. In the next tutorial, we will level up our graphic designing skills. As always, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe.